If you ask me, we're in a golden age of tabletop role-playing. Whether it's a new Kickstarter launching a brand new game or an existing IP that wants to get in on the industry, it seems like every week there's a brand new game rolling out, which for people that are enthusiasts of the hobby creates a real problem. How do you figure out which games you want to play and engage with? How do you learn a new system? I love a big crunchy core rulebook, but reading 500 plus pages just to learn whether or not I'm going to enjoy a system is a huge time commitment, which is why I have grown to fall in love with starter set boxes as I continue to pull from off camera to show you all of the various ones that I own and have played. I have not played the Marvel one. I literally just got that in, but the fact that I jumped at the opportunity to buy it really kind of told me that I needed to make this video to talk about why I love starter boxes. One of the more recent videos on the channel is about the City of Mist starter box that I ran for some friends, and I literally fell in love with the system so much running this that now I have 2 at-home campaigns using this system. Outside of my podcast, Eberron Renewed, which uses 13th Age, I literally play no other games right now other than City of Mist. That's how much I fell in love with the system, thanks to the starter box. And so I wanted to make a video to talk about why I love starter boxes so much and why I think you should invest in some. So the first thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to starter sets and beginners boxes, starter boxes, whatever you want to call them, is what I addressed in the little mini intro to this video. It is an incredible time commitment to learn a brand new system, especially if you are the game master that's going to be running the system. The expectations are that you know the rules. And these starter boxes are phenomenal in that they include documentation for both, in City of Mist case, the players, that is helpfully labeled as such, and then also game masters. In the City of Mist case, Master of Ceremonies. And this includes all of the rules you need to run this box, which in concept means you have all the rules needed to run the game. Now, this is not going to include edge cases or things like character creation because you are going to have pre-generated characters in here, but you don't need that to try the game out. And so I really love starter boxes because it is the quickest point to entry for a brand new game. And including Pathfinder 2nd edition, I adore the game. I absolutely love the game in concept, but they have 2 massive rule books for players and for GMs that they split up. And you can tell because look at how thick this is compared to the City of Mist one I just showed you. And this is just the Game Master's Guide. So while this is a little bit bigger than the City of Mist one, it is still far less of a commitment than the Game Master's Guide for the full rule set. And then additionally, you have player documentation in here as well. And something that I absolutely love about Pathfinder's version, if you are a player wanting to try out a new game, in their case, they have the pre-generated characters and they have easy explanations as to what all the rules mean right next to the character sheet. There are reference numbers or reference letters to show you what rules they're referencing. And so this is a phenomenal way to learn the system as a player as well. City of Mist is the same way with their character sheet. They have the references for the rules and how to play the game right there on the sheet. It's the only starter box that doesn't really do that well, unfortunately, is D&D. Their character sheets are basically just the character sheets. I'll show you real quick. But once again, the adventure, very short, has all the rules included, and then the character sheet. Now, granted, the character sheet does have a bit more of the rule explaining what proficiencies are, how you roll attacks, things like that. And on the back, it has some information about the character specifically that you're playing. It's just not as in-depth as City of Mist or Pathfinder, but it is still something. So that's the first major point that I wanted to make, is that it makes the rules very accessible, even for big, dense games like Pathfinder or more narrative games like City of Mist. It's a very easy way to jump in. I had multiple people do the City of Mist starter box with me who had never played a TTRPG before in their lives. Like, I literally had to read the what is a TTRPG section in the starter box instructions for players, which is something I had not needed to do before. But they understood the game. They were able to wrap their head around it. They were able to play it, engage with it, and they really enjoy it. Which takes me to my next point, which is if you have friends that you want to get into role-playing, it's a pretty big commitment to ask them to make a character, learn rules, commit to a campaign that's going to last multiple weeks or months or even years, whereas a starter box presents like a board game. If you have a board game group that you want to get into tabletop role-playing games and you all enjoy playing Mansions of Madness, well, break out the Arkham Horror starter box and say, this is the same universe that we enjoy playing board games in, but we're going to play this. And you have the characters pre-made, and the Arkham Horror role-playing game box is one of the best ones. You have like interactive elements like puzzles, and you get all the little like tokens and maps and everything, and you have the adventure and the character sheets that have this amazing art and explanations of the rules and the character sheets and a backstory on the back. So this is very, very easy and accessible for a brand new player to see this, open it up, and understand what they're looking at and what they're meant to do. And then additionally, like I said, you have maps, and you even have puzzles that you have to solve in the game that's included, like a physical puzzle the players get to interact with. So this presents like a board game adjacent item. And in fact, if you have a gaming group that have played things like Gloomhaven or any of those games that have a campaign legacy nature to them, then this should be a really easy jump to get them to enjoy it, engage with it. And then once you're done with the starter box, you can say, that was really fun. Would you all like to make your own characters maybe? And maybe turn this into a regular thing. Additionally, if you have friends that really enjoy comic books or superhero movies, then you can bust out the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game starter set and let them play as Marvel characters. This one will especially excite members of a fandom because you have iconic characters. You get to play as Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Miles Morales, Storm, Wolverine, X23 edition. And so this, and you got the artwork back here, and once again, explanation of the rules and all of the stats and everything on this one sheet. And then you have the additional materials of explaining the power sets and the adventure and the rules. But this is all you need to get someone excited and engaged with the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Then you can throw the core rulebook at them after you've gotten to play a few sessions of this and got them excited about the prospect of playing as one of these characters or making their own character set in the Marvel Universe. A quick 2.5 reason to buy these is that they're just fun to own, and they're fun things to have on your shelf because I have the core rulebook for this game. I did a review of this game quite a while ago based on the core rulebook, and I loved it. And then I went ahead and bought this. Even though I know the rules to the system, I have run sessions of this system because it's fun to have this on your shelf. And also you get stuff like, look at this cool black and white artwork of the cover image, but black and white inside the box. That's just a neat detail that nerds like me will like and appreciate. But that takes me into my next point, that I have run sessions of this system before, but it requires a bit of legwork on my part to have the characters ready and let people pick which characters they want to play and come up with an adventure and look at the monsters in the book. But this provides a tailor-made, ready experience for people to engage with. Like I said, I've become the biggest advocate for City of Mist in my friend group recently. And having this in my back pocket at any given moment, able to run it to show people why I love it, is so nice, especially with running a couple other games already set in the system. Eliminating the needed work on my end to show people why I love this system is a huge benefit. So if you have starter sets of games that you love and enjoy, then it becomes so much easier to share your passion and love for that game. And as you become more and more familiar with the adventure included in it, you can start to get creative. You can start to flex your muscles a little bit and add new tweaks and make adjustments and things like that based on your style of GMing or the style of players that are playing with you. But as you get more familiar with these, then you really begin to unlock how special they can be because you understand the adventure, the story, and the setting that this is taking place in, and you can really make it your own. But with so much less work than coming up with an adventure on your own. Or if you decide that you don't really like the adventure or you're tired of running the adventure, you still use this because you have the pre-made characters, you have the maps, you have the minis in here. And so you can create your own adventure around the things that are included in the box. And it's still super easy for the players to understand the game because they have all the rules references right there. It's so much easier than running a one-shot without. And so those are my thoughts on starter sets. I really love them. I wish more game makers would make starter sets because I think they are a really helpful key to unlocking a game within the hobby and making it super easy for people to understand. I have core rulebooks on my shelves for games that I've never got a chance to run. I really love the rules, but it's just hard to get people engaged and excited for a brand new game. I'm sure there are a ton of DMs out there. I know there are a ton of DMs out there that are stuck in, I put it on the floor because I was done talking about it, but they're stuck in D&D purgatory because that's what their group knows and enjoys, and they want to be able to run something else. So take 1 week and pull out Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner Box, Arkham Horror, Marvel Multiverse, or if you want to listen to me, City of Mist, and run it for your players in a way that is easy for them. They don't have to build a character. They don't have to read a rule book. They can just show up, sit back, and engage with the game on its own terms in the way that the game designers want it to be presented to first-time players. And then maybe, just maybe, one of these will get their hooks into your players and you can start playing something else if that's your desire. Or if you have brand new people that you're wanting to introduce to D&D, the starter set is a great place to start as well. Because it comes with dice. That's the other thing that I mentioned is like, these all come with everything you need to run the game. You don't need to go out and buy D6s for City of Mist or a full set of dice for these. Marvel Multiverse, I forgot to even mention, it uses D6s, but they have a special mechanic where you need 1 die of a different color. And if you roll a 1, then that triggers something cool. But on these, the 1 is replaced with the Marvel logo. And so it feels less weird when you roll these dice and get the special thing because it's not a 1. It's the Marvel logo, which seems special. And then with Arkham Horror, you get all the dice that you need to run this system. And it's so good and fun. So once again, highly recommend you check all of these out and other starter sets out there. I certainly do not own all of the starter sets that exist out there. So definitely check them out. Get your players excited about playing new games and let me know how it goes down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time.